Hi, my name is Judy Kessinger, and I'm the creator of the Fit Nice system. I designed this system to make your sewing easy. This can't be any easier, and wait till you see how much fun it is to wear because it's so comfortable. This is the 3-hour coat. Now, this 3-hour coat includes a right angle on the side and on the lapels, and then we're even going to put a zipper right down the center back for comfort. So all you need to do this are the directions. Make sure you print out the PDF because it tells you step by step on how to draw this out. I don't know if you've noticed, if you've looked through many of the PDFs or purchased many of them, but I have really big colored pictures that will show you step by step on how to sew and how to draw and how to finish each of these garments. You need your master pattern, so we're going to start with the master pattern. Even though we're making a woven coat, we're still going to start with our master top pattern. So let's draw our pattern. Before we start drawing our pattern, let's talk just a little bit about fabric. Now, this fabric is double-faced wool, and I love it, and it came like this. So the colors, one color's on one side and one color's on the other. But if you can't find anything like that, may I suggest that you either use leather or you use suede. One of the wonderful things about using suede is that even though they're the same on both sides, when the lapel lays back, you get just a little bit of different shading. Or choose a fabric that you like. A wool that doesn't ravel would be absolutely perfect as well, and it could be the same color on both sides. You're going to use, as I told you, this right angle to cut. These are all cut edges. There are no facings on this. There are no seams on the outside or anything. So you need to cut straight. Now, a lot of people say to me, when I use a raw edge, how do I keep that raw edge clean? Not with scissors. You don't want to use scissors to cut your fabric. You want to use a rotary cutter, and may I suggest you check out Kai's rotary cutters because they're fabulous. They're very, very sharp, and they don't start cutting until you actually put pressure on them, so I really do like them. But it's really easy to guide the rotary cutter, and you get a much better cut than you do with a pair of scissors. I would suggest you buy a small rotary cutter because that's going to allow you to maneuver just a little bit better. So again, make sure you've printed off the PDFs for this. Now let's talk about your choice of how long you want this coat to be. My coat is 33 inches long in the front and 36 inches long in the back because I intentionally did that. But again, you're your own designer. You can even make this a jacket if you want to. So I'm going to cut mine 33 inches to show you how it's done. Now I've taken my master pattern and I've already drawn that out. And here's the different part. You do not want to fold this down for a front. You're literally going to use the back of your master pattern as the front. So that is my master pattern. Then what I did was I added to that center front, I added 1.5 inches. And that's because it's going to have buttons and buttonholes. So you need to put that on there. So I'm going to take this right angle, and instead of putting it on the side as we've done before, I'm going to turn it upside down like this. And then I'm going to trace around it like this and this. And when you get down to connecting these two edges, you kind of want to smooth that out. That doesn't need to be a right angle there. That needs to be smoothed out just a little bit, okay? Now what I want to do is I want to curve the center front. Let me draw this line straight down. I want to curve the center front because if you look at this coat, it has a curve in the center front of it. And I'm just going to use the template, one of the large templates from the Two Chicks in Stitches. But you could use anything you wanted to curve that front. This just gives you a really pretty curve. So just line up the edges and curve it like that. That's as simple as that gets. All right. Now that's the front of your coat. Now what we need to do is to draw the side. So I'm going to move all this over just a second so that you can see a little bit better. Like this. Now let's talk again. What are you going to wear this over? You're going to wear this as a real lightweight coat, Are you going to wear this over heavier fabrics? That is your choice again. I just want to add a 1/2 inch to mine because I would wear mine over a tank top. But you can add anywhere up to 1 inch to the side seam if you want to. And I'm going to do this in green so that you all can see it. And even if you do this out of a knit, I'm going to suggest that you add this. And the reason I'm going to suggest you add this is you are going to wear this over something else. So I would add just a little bit. Take your right angle again, and I'm going to lay it right over here. Let me pull this up on the side. Line it up and draw that in. Now, this is your 3-hour coat. This is the front of the 3-hour coat. Again, you can't go to a right angle here. You need to soften that angle. Now, why do I put this on the front? This gives this coat a really nice A-line shape without too much of an A, because I'm not going to add this piece to the back. So we're finished with our right angles. We have one up here for our lapel, and we have one on the side to give it an A shape. So now let's draw the back. I hate to use the word selvage edge, but that's really kind of what this is. The selvage edge of your patternies is cut perfectly straight for you. You may not cut straight when you cut off a piece, but the selvage edge is straight. So I always use that to my advantage because it makes your life a lot faster and easier. I'm going to use your master pattern back, and I'm going to move this 4 inches away from the fold, and I'm going to show you why in just a second, or 4 inches away from that edge. And then you're going to draw in your center back line because you want to know where that is, and that's in case you ever want to use this again. And I'm going to go all the way down because I told you the back of the coat is 36 inches long. The front of the coat was 33 inches long. Trace around your whole back, and when you trace over here, you're going to go straight over like this, and you're going to trace around the whole back. You're going to draw this line perfectly straight. This is not A-lined at all. That's what keeps this a soft A without actually denting in at the side or dimpling in at the side. Remember to add your seam allowance, your 1/2 inch seam allowance, to the side seam of your back, and remember to add the 1/2 inch seam allowance to the underarm seam of your sleeve. Now let me show you why we added this to the back. The back of this garment has a wonderful zipper right in the back, and when I unzip this, you'll be able to see the pleat. The pleat was created with this extra 4 inches. If you look up here at the top, this is a seam. Now, all people, men and women, they're not broad here up at their neckline. They're broad about 4 to 5 inches down across their back from armhole to armhole. That's where you pull. That's where things pull on you. So by using a pleat in here, stitching, not basting, but stitching down to about that 5 inches, that allows you to have a really nice pleat across at the bottom where you actually need it. I love the zipper idea because the zipper idea, when you zip from the bottom, gives you that really cute pleat in the back of your coat, but believe me, it allows you to drive comfortably too because you've got extra movement. So this is the 3-hour coat. Why do I call it a 3-hour coat? Literally, from the time you draw the pattern until the time you sew it together is about 3 hours. It's a really fast garment to do. Reason being, all of your edges are already cut. When you cut it out of fabric, you're done. That's it. There are no pockets in this. I didn't put any pockets in. You could if you wanted to. And if you look at the cuff of the sleeve, this is what the sleeve looked like. And all I did was clip, and then when you turn it back like this, that's what forms the cuff. So keep that in mind when you draw your sleeve pattern. You may want to draw it a couple inches longer so that you can fold it up to have this really cute cuff. So this is my 3-hour coat, and I think it's absolutely gorgeous. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you've seen how simple and easy this system is to work with. All of the products you've seen in the video are available on my website or a link on my website. Please make sure while you're there to check out the classes to see where I am, Join me on Facebook under Fit Nice and be sure to join the Fit Club. Thank you.